I thought for a while that we weren't going to get touched by the downturn in the industry, and the reason being is because our clients remained busy. And then we noticed some clients being impacted just overnight.
It was tough for us, and I think in New Zealand being a smaller market, it's quite circumstantial. So if you happen to have a lot of work on with sort of customers who had launched projects and wanted to see them through, you might not even notice as a business the impact of 2009 in terms of your own revenues.
We weren't distracted by anything else that was happening. We built very strong strategies as to how we could grow the business.
So the first thing I did when I got back in November, December was had a very strict look at what loose expenditure we had floating around that we could just stop.
We were affected, but not overly so. The one thing I did notice within our organisation is that we just did need to be so much more responsive and creative around the types of solutions we offered our customers and then vicariously to their customers.
The ones that survived were the ones who made swift changes. And I won't say brutal, but just very, very disciplined about what they were achieving. The market changed, they had to change the structure of their business, so they did.
All organisations were looking at ways to be more cost effective, and they were looking at what their suppliers were producing.
We had a really close look at where we were doing well and where we were not doing so well. All the non-contributing business, and this is clients and product lines and supply and service lines that we were providing that no one was buying, we just got rid of.
They either parked, deferred or cancelled to get back to their core business just to tighten up. So we saw that a lot, and through a lot of the organisations that we partner with, we saw similar things happening. And I think that's actually been good for the industry, frankly.
We knew there would always be a market, but we had no way of actually telling, and nobody knows how it's going to affect you. Now we're in the service industry, and our corporates are our big customers. So we worked out that the corporates were in fact going to tighten up the purse strings, no question. And so we literally structured ourselves and planned ourselves to take that into account.
It's a tough choice to keep going in times like this. Probably anyone who's finding it stressful from time to time has that feeling of I want to walk away.
From my background in sales and marketing, it's not in my makeup obviously to reduce costs or cut or trim things back. Sales and marketing people are all about expansion and growth and great ideas and new products which cost money. So it was a little bit of a contrast for me.
One of the things that really kept me focused was a team of fabulous people below me, with me, working, the guys and girls that I've got working with me. And one thing I didn't want to do was let them down.
I wouldn't want to walk away and leave 30 or 40 of my staff out in the cold with mortgages. Is that being a responsible employer? I don't think so.
It's not just about me and what I want to do. I've accepted a leadership role which comes with responsibility to my people that work with me, the employees, our partners, the people I've made commitments to, and we've made commitments to each other that we're going to work together, we're going to achieve things together. We're dependent on each other for our livelihoods and for our sense of worth each day, and I have a responsibility to those people.
It was actually extremely important to set, I'm not sure if you'd call it a vision, but very much set the picture and paint that picture to our staff as to what we were about as an organisation, rather than just being seen to trim, cut costs, reduce. They needed to know the context of why we were doing that and who we were impacting.
We spent a lot of time looking at what were the opportunities out there because of the recession.
The truth is, if people could see no potential, no opportunity to enjoy something on the other side of hardship, they wouldn't endure the hardship.
So you can't just say, hell, this is all too tough. Throw your hands up and walk away. Often these recessions are very good for you as a business in the sense that it shows up all the weaknesses that you have, that you've turned a blind eye to because things have been going too well. It shows up who's really committed to you in terms of your staff.
We felt that we were well established there. We had a good message to take, and as I say, we ended up growing in the year.
Opportunities always occur. So why would you want to let those go?